Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Picture Portia here, and on today's video, I'm going to talk about my top 5 anime villains of all time currently, because I might change my mind in the future. I'm more than likely going to change my mind, but as of right now, these are my top 5 villain animes of all time. I'm gonna keep it real. These are the ones that left a mark, made me mad, made me think, or just flat out terrified me, okay? Coming in strong, starting off strong, number 1. And honestly, I don't think any of these are in any particular order because even though they're all villains, they're all different in their own way, if that makes sense. Anyways, number 1 is Orochimaru from Naruto. Orochimaru was just flat out evil, like textbook evil, okay? This man, or snake, or being, whatever he is, created the reanimation jutsu and was twisted enough to force the third Hokage to fight his own sensei with that jutsu. Someone the third Hokage deeply admired and loved. That's equivalent to a villain digging up your, I don't know, someone you admire, your grandma, your grandpa, and making you kill them. Like, tell me that's not twisted. And if you argue with me, then I'm questioning you. And then while they're fighting, Orochimaru has the audacity to say, oh, you should be honored. This is what it sounded like. He was pretty much like, this is how it's gonna feel when I kill you. So it's like, he was he was excited in the fact that the third Hokage was gonna kill was it the first or second Hokage? His sensei, pretty much, which was very twisted when you really think about how wicked and evil that was. Not to mention, he was so obsessed with the Sharingan, he did not care if he had to babies, children, just to get it. Low-key Donzo too, but that's another story for another day. Orochimaru had no remorse. Like, there wasn't a line he wasn't willing to cross in order for him to get more power. And unlike villains like Itachi, Gaara, Madara, their stories moved me. Orochimaru didn't really have, he had a story. Let me not try to downplay it. He had a story, but like, to me, his story just made it seem like he was just selfish. Like, his story didn't move me like the others did. Like, you could understand the other villains, but for Orochimaru, I just could not connect. I could not understand him, honestly. He was just wicked for the fun of it, in my opinion. And that's why he became a single baby father in Boruto. Oh, did he? Oh, what did he? Oh, did he? What? Haven't watched it yet, but when I heard that, I could not help myself but laugh. Number 2, Meruem. I don't know why that name is so hard for me to say. Meruem from Hunter x Hunter. Like, when he entered with his arc, he entered the show as the most heartless and terrifying, I don't even want to say human being because he's a high-key a chimera, but like, being. He's not a human, but pretty much he was the most terrifying being I've ever seen in an anime. Up until the point that I had watched it. He was so powerful, I truly thought this might be the rare anime where the main characters really lose. They really get out of here because he was so OD, so OP. I lost hope. I lost hope for the Hunter x Hunter universe. But honestly, what makes him so unforgettable was his transformation. Truly. He went from a very ruthless monster, okay, because that's what he was, a monster, to a compassionate, do I want to say compassionate? Well, he began to understand what compassion, humanity, and connection was. His evolution truly was very emotional and powerful. Like, that arc was beautiful. And honestly, he wasn't just a villain. I think that's why he's on my list, because he turned into, or rather he became a symbol of what it means to grow outside of your nature, because his intended cause was for, pretty much he was created to destroy, but he was able to grow out of his nature and what his calling was. And I don't know, that arc was very deep. The show in general just was a very good show. They need to hurry up and finish that pronto. Number 3, I'm back in the Naruto universe. Pain, okay? Pain. Pain is literally pain, okay? Whether it's spiritually, emotionally, physically, all the leaves. Pain is pain, okay? His backstory was tragic and raw. I will give him that. I love how Naruto showed his backstory because he didn't just snap one day. He wasn't created to destroy like Meruem was. His backstory kind of showed you how he started and what made him become who he became. He pretty much was very broken, you know, by the cycle of war, loss, and grief over and over and over. Like, I just remembered the speech he gave to Naruto about pain and peace. Oh my gosh, like, That monologue, chills. Very, very chilling. Honestly, what made him powerful wasn't just his abilities, because his abilities were strong, okay? Very, very, what? Like, his jutsu out of this world, okay? I was like, dang, when is he gonna, like, it was getting to the point I was like, okay, they need to wrap it up. Like, he needs to just, but his ideology was also very interesting, to say the least. He truly believed that shared suffering was the true way to peace. I'm not saying I agree, but I can understand what he meant by that being, okay, for example, have you ever met someone who had just never gone through nothing? Like, I know a few people who, well, from the outside looking in, cause you just never know what truly everyone is going through. But I know a few people where it seems like they have never really gone through anything tragic and traumatic. Like, the hardest thing they've been through was, like, I don't know, their parents stopped giving them allowance. And talking to people who haven't been through things in life, whether that's pain or suffering or whatever, I find that it's hard for them to have empathy or just relate to certain things, right? Like, you don't have to feel for other people, or you don't have to go through things to feel for other people. But I realize that, like, people who haven't been through said things tend to struggle with empathizing, tend to struggle with sympathizing, tend to struggle with putting themselves in another person's shoes. Anyways, let me reel it back. Saying all that to say, his ideology was powerful. I got where he was coming from, but he was still crazy. Like, we just, at the end of the day, we might not have agreed with him entirely, but I feel like, you know, you can understand where he was coming from a little bit. And that is what makes him unforgettable to me. That is why I put him on the list, because, yeah, I understood where he was coming from.
She is very gorgeous to me!
Next on the list is Light Yagami from Death Note, okay? Light is what happens when intelligence and a godlike complex collide, okay? He starts off in the beginning, you know, with, it was a little twisted, but he had a twisted sense of justice. But then it quickly spirals into megalomania, okay? If we're being honest. What makes Light so scary is how real he feels, truthfully. Like, given that kind of power, a lot of people, okay, and I don't want to hear nothing about, no, I would never, a lot of people might do exactly what Light did. Given that power, okay, if you had a notebook, that person that cut you off on I-45, oh my God. The teacher that said you would never amount to nothing in life? Your man that cheated? Best friend didn't post you up on your birthday? Like, I don't want to, like, I am one to give humans the benefit of the doubt, but look, you can look at everyday circumstances and you can agree that if regular human beings had the power that Light did, several people would do exactly what he did, okay? They would turn into a freaking godlike complex. His cold, calculated choices and belief in his own righteousness made him very terrifying. Like, it made him terrifying and fascinating at the same time, because again, it just made me realize, like, let me not judge too hard, because I know a couple of human beings who might take advantage of that power. At the end of the day, Light was not trying to save the world. I don't care what nobody was saying. He was trying to control it, period. Last but definitely not least, I do have a couple of honorary mentions after I list this number 5 villain. So stay tuned for that. I'll be quick with it, I promise. Number 5 is Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, okay? Sukuna is straight up evil. He has no reason, no cause. That man, demon, monster is evil. He legit does not care about justice, revenge, peace. He doesn't care about any of those things. He literally just wants to dominate and destroy the world because it brings him joy. It literally makes him happy. And unlike many villains that I've listed, Sukuna has no backstory. I mean, not from what I've seen. Maybe in the manga. I have not read the manga. It's something I want to get into. But he don't have a backstory. Like, he's just straight up evil. Like, he has no excuse, no motive, just evil. What makes him compelling isn't just his power, though. It's his mind. His mind definitely makes him interesting, and it further proves his evilness. He's very manipulative, very strategic, and he seems to always be a few steps ahead. Sukuna is the definition of because I can, okay? Because I want to energy. And that's what makes him so terrifying. That's what made him on my list of top villains of all time. All right, I promised y'all a list of honorary mentions. I'm only gonna say one because of time. I'll probably make another video. But my honorary mention is back into the Naruto universe. I'm gonna mention Madara. Madara for sure is a top villain. And honestly, one of the reasons why I didn't put him on my villain list is because I don't necessarily consider him a villain entirely. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Yes, he was powerful. Yes, he caused massive chaos. But Madara truly believed that the infinite Tsukuyomi was the true way to end suffering. And honestly, when you think about it, it wasn't a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea. Sit with me, sit with me. Imagine a world where everyone was trapped in a dream of their deepest desires, their heart's desires, everything they've ever wanted. No more war, no more pain, just peace, even if it's fake. Even if it's fake, it's peaceful. Madara just wanted to give everyone a perfect world, even if he no longer believed one could exist in reality. And given the state of the shinobi world, the betrayals, the violence, the endless war, they were on war number 4, people. Come on, they were on war number 4, okay? Endless wars. Can you really blame him, okay? Like, can you really blame him to think that peace was impossible to achieve without, you know, crazy measures, extreme measures like the infinite Tsukuyomi? Can you blame him? His intentions were definitely ruthless, but like his intentions weren't selfish. His intentions weren't selfish at all. Okay, compared to Orochimaru, let's be real. His intentions were rooted in deep grief, okay, from his brother, deep grief, and honestly, a little bit of delusion, okay? He was under that cave for generations. Everyone thought he was dead, so he was a little bit crazy, okay? He wasn't all the way there. That's why Madara doesn't feel like a true villain to me, honestly. He was a revolutionary who just believed too much in the wrong solution. He just believed in, it was the wrong solution. So those are my top 5 anime villains. Can you tell me what your favorites are? Who did I leave off that you would have included? Which one of my top 5 anime villains are your top 5 anime villains and why? Okay, I love to hear y'all's opinion. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let's talk about the baddest baddies in the anime universe. Come on.
No.
Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let's chat about the baddies, the best baddies in anime history. Okay? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Bye. Toodles.